Hey, welcome to Crawfordsville High School for tonight's matchup with the Crawfordsville Athenian varsity basketball team taking on the Seeger Patriots. Doing player intros right now. Scott Smith is joining me tonight on the webcast, and along with Brett Welliver and Justin Duggar. And we will run through starting lineups as they are being announced right now. As you can see, we'll run through Seeger's lineup in just a minute. As soon as the home team, Athenians, coming off a big county and conference victory last night over the North Montgomery Chargers in what was just a defensive battle, Scott. They were going at it last night.
Yeah, I watched the webcast last night with you and Coach Slicker, and it was amazing the physicality of that game. And just you could just see it. North, those seniors wanted to come out here and end that 5-game losing streak at Crawfordsville, and give Crawfordsville credit. They stuck to their guns and kind of pulled away there at the end of the third quarter and was able to pull it out late. So.
Yeah, I think it was game of runs. Coach Slicker kind of called that, and Crawfordsville was able to get a really good start in the second half, and Jesse Johnson kind of took over there a little bit. Jesse Hall, sorry. Right. And old habits.
Yes. And I recall him that 10 times tonight, I guarantee it.
And really, he just did a great job. And so I'm going to run through starting lines for Crawfordsville. If you will do Seeger in just a second. So starting for the home team Athenians tonight, got Ian Hensley, a sophomore. Number 33, got Jesse Hall, number 14, a junior. Nate Schrader, another junior, number 32. Karsten Williamson, a senior, number 11. And Zaire Morgan remains in that starting lineup, number 12. Another sophomore doing just a great job running the point, bringing a lot of energy and excitement for the Athenians.
Yep, and Seeger counters with 4 juniors and a freshman. So number 4, Jordan Gates is a junior. 12, Kai Stevens, a junior. 21, Logan McFackridge is a junior. 23, Colton Pearson, who's probably their best returning player, is a junior as well. And then number 33, Owen Snedeker, is a freshman. So young group out there for Seeger. They come in 3-4. They actually lost to North Montgomery by 13 and by 19 back on December 13th. So we'll see what happens here with the Athenians as they control the tip.
Tough battle last year at Seeger, and you were at that game, I think, covering it for the paper. And I was there with my son playing, and it was just an all-out battle. They had, I believe, 9 seniors for Seeger, and it was just a really rough, physical, hard-played game, and Crawfordsville came out of there with a win in overtime last year. Yep. And so they graduated a big class, or probably now in whatever you call a rebuilding year, if you still call it that in high school.
Right.
First foul on Crawfordsville is on Hensley. And who's that put at the line?
That puts the freshman Snedeker at the line. Misses the first.
Starting a freshman there, yep. Well, we'll see how Crawfordsville come back after a big emotional victory last night. Really some good energy, good turnout, of course, for a Sagamore County matchup. And Snedeker's able to come up with that rebound, followed his shot, missed both free throws, followed his shot, got the offensive board.
Yeah, that's something Coach Pierce isn't going to like, that nobody blocked out the shooter, and he got his own missed offensive rebound on a missed free throw.
He knew it was missed, so he had the best shot at that. But so he's at the line again shooting 2, and he knocks that one down. He hits his third one.
Yes, exactly.
So here we go. I'm sure that Coach Pierce was able to relay a message out there to the court that, hey guys, let's block out the shooter, and Ian Hensley does, and Jesse Hall rips down the rebound for the Athenians to bring up the court. Hands it off to Zaire Morgan. See if the sophomore can set up the offense.
Yeah, I agree with you, Brian. I'll be anxious to see how the Athenians respond to last night's physicality. Big county conference win, and kind of an overlooked game here, maybe potentially. Against Seeger. Yeah. Yep.
Easy to do. Crawfordsville in their motion offense and looking for a layup generally out of this or to get somebody open. Zaire's going to reset now.
Zaire's done a nice job of running the offense from everything I've heard. Nice,
he really
nice
brings
pass.
a ton of energy. Great pass there. And
Nice pass. Nice.
Two really nice passes.
Yep.
Preston Williamson feeds Jesse Hall, who finds Nate Schrader. Actually, Nate and Zaire both were cutting to the hoop that time, and Nate picks it up, gets the bucket and the foul, and so he'll go to the line for the and one. Athenians take a 2-1 lead with the big junior, who's done a really nice job. He's playing physical, hard-nosed, hits his free throw there.
Yep.
Has all three of our points, but he takes up a lot of space underneath and is able to block out and be really physical, play some good hard-nosed defense.
Yeah, Nate has really improved his game over the years. He just strong kid down there and takes up a lot of room, as you said. So
good quick hands by Jesse Hall, hustling after the ball, so he steals it, knocks it away, gets it before it goes out of bounds, and just does a great job. And there's probably just a little delayed getting the ball up. Nice floater.
Nice floater by Zaire.
Good job by Zaire. Had Ian Hensley open underneath there, and K-Dub saw him and got the ball there, but passed just a little high over the defender. Still resulted easy, too. Good job by Zaire knocking the ball away, and we're going to have a held ball, I believe. No signal yet.
Yep, held ball to the Patriots.
Okay.
So, nice hands there by Morgan. He just kind of turned the ball around, and Zaire reached his hand in there and got it out, so.
Really good job. And then our guys, here's what I've noticed last couple games, that we're on the floor, man. They were diving for loose balls and 50-50 balls. There's a three by number 21. Who is that? Logan?
That's Logan McFatridge.
Okay, he's a junior, and his three-point attempt is good.
I had that as their first shot of the game.
That's right. They've been at the line.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, double team Jesse. Fronted him there, and K-Dub tried to get the pass to him. That probably would be a great move later in the game. Pass just a little higher there, and Jesse Hall will pull that down. I don't think anybody comes close to his size.
No, that's the second foul on Hensley, so he'll go to the bench. 5:21 here to go in the first quarter.
Ty Linus is going to jump in there, the 6-foot-tall junior, and he really brought a ton of energy. Looked for a shot last night. I thought played with a ton of intensity, and I made the comment last night. I'll say it again tonight. I thought he picked it up at the watching Hensley at the end of the West Lafayette game. Hensley came in there for the last couple minutes. Good job by Linus diving on the floor to corral that pass. Flips it to Jesse Hall. There's over to K-Dub for the three.
Nice shot by Karsten.
He does what he does.
Yes, he does.
Great shot. 8-4 lead already for Crawfordsville. There's a nice drive around Schrader for Seeger. That's number 23.
Snedeker.
Okay, that's the freshman.
Yep.
Knows how to get
33. Yeah, the 33 Snedeker.
Okay, that was 23.
23? Okay. That's Colton Pearson.
Okay, that's who hit the layup there. Shot by Linus. Top of the key is just off. Seeger rips down the rebound. There
Snedeker.
Freshman's not afraid to shoot, is he?
No, he's not.
8-9, so Seeger with 1 point lead here. Jesse Hall bring the ball up the court, gets it to Zaire to set up the offense in half court for the Athenians.
A couple recognizable faces down there on the front row across the court.
Yes.
Yeah. Cam Saunders, Will Kellerman, and help me out with the third one. Luke Dunham, that's it. Three guys that played last year.
Yes,
so.
they did.
Yep.
There's a three by Linus, just a little short.
Yep.
Off the front of the rim. Rebound to Seeger. And they're going to look to drive right into Jesse, but that's not going to be a fun shot. Although he got it up over him.
Snedeker, I tell you what.
Good shot. Kind of went right into Jesse there.
Yeah, nice job. Went into Jesse, kind of hit a little bit of a fadeaway, and nice job by the freshman to create some space.
There's Linus on the drive, which I thought last night was where he was really effective.
Nice.
Good job. Getting after a loose ball. Crawfordsville did not give up on that, and Zaire was able to come down with it.
Yep. Looked like both Jesse and Ty got a hand on it.
Yeah.
Right to Zaire.
Really active. That's what you want to see.
Yep.
So 8-11 here with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Boy.
Like to see a little quicker pass.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that was a little lazy. Yeah.
Thought Seeger didn't react soon enough. There's K-Dub driving left hand, switches it over, just off with the layup, and just about knocked it away, and was able to corral that rebound again. There's, nice block by Schrader, and he blocked it right back into 33. Who's that? Oh, that's
Snedeker. Yep.
I should know that by now. He blocked it right back into him, and it was off his hand, out of bounds.
Yep. Nate Mailer checks in for Crawfordsville.
Okay. Is that giving K-Dub a blow?
Yep.
Okay. Going to jump in here and get some good minutes. Nate's a senior, first year at Crawfordsville. I believe moved in from Brownsburg, if I'm right about that.
Yeah, Brownsburg, Avon, somewhere over there. Oh, boy, he had Nate rolling to the basket.
Sure did.
Had him wide open. Looks like Seeger's in a 1-2-2 here, or maybe a 3-2. Not extending beyond the three-point line, though. They pretty much have it packed in, trying to take away some of the Athenian height. There they go.
Inside presence, and both big guys are outside the lane for the Athenians there. Probably looking
slide down late. Nice.
Good move by Linus.
Nice take by Ty.
Great move. Great ball fake, and he opens up the lane for a layup for Ty Linus, getting his first 2 of the night. And here goes Snedeker's going to work again, and
boy,
guys on both sides. Nice shot.
Yeah,
he's working hard down there, and up off the glass and in.
Right.
Gives Seeger a 13-10 lead.
Not bad for a freshman.
No.
I mean,
impressive moves.
Yep.
See if Ty can take him again. Does a great job again. Wide open.
Nice.
With the fake, and there's no help side defense for Seeger, and Linus just takes advantage. He has, and we said it last night, he's got an explosive first step there. 21, they're going to get 23 for the foul. It's Colton Pearson. That's his first, team's first. So that foul's on Schrader there, who's in good position to get the rebound. Here comes Cole Watt. He's going to give Schrader a break, and usually when Cole Watt comes in, we're getting ready to do a little run and jump. Right. Elijah Green checks in for Seeger. He's a junior. Okay. Carson Williamson's also going to re-enter at the next stop and play. So we've got a minute to go here. Seeger leads 13-12. Foul situation, 3 fouls on Crawfordsville, 2 on Seeger. A nice shot by Zaire. Just off. And Seeger comes down with the rebound. That's Snedeker. He's just going to go all the way in. Nobody stops him. So he goes coast to coast. Coach Pierce will not be happy with that. No. And here goes Linus, who's going to do the same thing. He is stopped there. Cole Watt comes up the pass. There's Zaire Morgan for 3. A little bit long. And Seeger's going to throw the ball away. Wow. Yep. Thank you very much. 23.1 seconds to go. Yep. Kirsten will check in for Zaire. So Athenian basketball, 23 seconds to go. We'll be playing for the last shot, I would assume. Oh, I would assume so. Yeah. Yep, exactly. That's what Seeger, I'm sure, wanted to do there. It's one thing you never do is you never pass up a layup. No. Especially if it's uncontested. Yeah, that's really the goal, isn't it? Get an easy bucket here. Exactly, yeah. Or take a good last shot. They'll start moving now with 7 seconds to go here. The Athenians will go in and really be looking for a shot. There's K-Dub outside for 3. No good. He gets knocked down, but no call. So after 1 quarter, Seeger leads Crawfordsville 15-12. Got, what do we have? Hensley with 2 fouls? Hensley with 2 and Schrader with 1. Okay. So we have 3. They have Colton Pearson with 1. So I have the Athenians shooting 4 of 11 in the opening quarter. Okay. So 0 for 3 from the three-point line. Yep. And I'm telling you, I am way rusty at this because I missed a lot of shots. I have Seeger at 2 for 3. Okay. So, but that is not right. I have Seeger with 3 turnovers, the Athenians with just 1. Again, probably a little rusty at it. Linus leads the Athenians with 4 points. Williamson has 3. Morgan has 2. And Schrader has 1. So, for Seeger, Snedeker, the freshman, has 10.
10 of their 15.
10 of their 15.
Yeah, 10 of their 15. McFatridge has 3, and Colton Pearson has 2. So
he does not play like a freshman.
No, he does not. And, we talked a little bit about this being maybe a lookover game for the Athenians. One thing you don't want to do is let a lesser team hang around. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Gain some confidence, and then give you the game you don't want to play right now. So see how the Athenians respond here to start the second quarter. Maybe jump out quickly and maybe put a little pressure. Looks like Watt checked back out. Morgan checked back in.
Back to our starting lineup, I think. Is that right?
With the exception of Linus.
Linus, Hensley's on the bench.
Yep.
Because of 2 fouls. So, first shot for the Athenians, just short. And give Seeger the basketball. They're going to have a foul underneath here. Thought it was on the screen. It's not, though. It's on Jesse Hall.
Athenian foul on 14 Hall.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he did.
I didn't see it either.
They said a push under there, but in any case, that'll give Seeger the ball underneath. Good ball fake. But in any case, the ball comes off hard, and Jesse Hall's going coast to coast here. And there's a foul. He's going to be shooting 2. Fouls on number 4 for Seeger. And that is Jordan Gates, Jr.
Yep.
So that put Jesse at the line for 2. Has he scored yet tonight?
Yes. No.
He hasn't. There's his first bucket. That's always good for a guy who's he's the leading scorer. Just, I think, almost 14 points a game. Although that's probably up because he had more than that last night.
Right.
But he sinks both of them from line as he often does. Really good free throw shooter. I certainly wasn't going to say that before
there's the shot. There's the run and jump.
Yeah. So we're in that. And timeout.
Okay. I thought they were going to call time for a foul, and I thought, oh, man, bailed him out.
Yeah.
But timeout, Patriots.
Yeah, they were probably not ready for that. So
no.
Coach is going to give them some help, I would assume. And
right.
Coach Pierce often brings that out there. That creates a lot of turnovers for us. Obviously, that's why you do it.
Yep. Well, and they were almost in the right space. They had 2 guys back. The problem was the off guy wasn't back far enough to give the other guy a good passing lane. So you got to. Unfortunately, when you're being pressed, you got to kind of play behind, and you got to get somebody in the middle. They did not have anybody in the middle.
They were not set up for it.
No. So now Coach Pierce is going to come out and go half court man to man here. So I bet we break into a 1-3-1 here with Jesse at the top.
Yeah. Nope. He's going to drop off. Sometimes he waits around out there to go.
Right. Yep.
When he goes, that's a
right.
That's a lot of length right there, causing problems.
Yep. They moved Jesse to his length on Snedeker, try to slow him down a little bit.
Some problems. For sure. Jesse did that actually his freshman year. Coach Pierce put him in. Oh, nice shot.
Yep. Number 12.
Seeger's just shooting well right now. High percentage. Pretty good defense, had a hand in his face. So number 12 is Cal Steven.
Yes.
How do you say his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Kai, maybe I think that's an L.
So here we go. Minus to Morgan. What do we got? We got a foul underneath.
32. Yeah. 32. That's Brock Thomason. He just checked in. That's his first foul. Team's 4th.
Okay. Was he holding Schrader?
Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to get that ball underneath to Schrader or Jesse Hall. See what they can do with it.
Gonna miss.
Inbound, and good job by Linus. Now a mismatch, and he goes all the way to the hoop. So Linus going to the game. He says a leading scorer in the first quarter, and he was. But you think about it, he's had 3 layups.
Right, exactly.
6 points, and he's getting to the bucket.
Right.
Which is exactly what we need. And this time picks up the foul. I think he's quicker than almost everybody he plays against. Anybody that can guard him, and he just takes them every time now. And Linus is good from the line. That ties the score at 17. Kind of been playing this back and forth thing, but Seeger's kind of held on to about 3-point lead. So
there's the
tied up, and there's the run and jump.
There's the run and jump again. Yep. Boy.
Good defense. Schrader gets back, and that's a tall target shoot over, although, who is that, number 12?
Yep, Steven.
Okay, he does shoot over it, and so that basket was good. There's K-Dub into the paint. Trying to dish to Schrader, I think he was going to cut to the hoop. But he didn't cut. He kind of stood there, and pass goes out of bounds. Turnover goes to Seeger. So that's 21 McFatridge checking in for Seeger, replacing number 32 Brock Thomason. the sophomore, just picked up the foul.
Right.
Last year, those 8 or 9 seniors looked like a bunch of linebackers.
Yeah.
For Seeger.
Right. And then they had the one kid that could shoot.
That's right, and did a great job. There's a lot of contact, but no call there, and
nice.
Seeger saves it right in the hands of Jesse Hall, who has that ability to go coast to coast and just dribble all the way up the court. There's a 3 by Linus, and it's good. Linus is hot tonight.
Linus is feeling it tonight.
Yep. Shooting a really, really high percentage. 3 layups and open from the outside there. You do not want to leave him open. And good defense here, too, by the Athenians into Snedeker, and we're all over him. What do we got?
Oh, he's calling a foul.
Calling a foul.
One had a jump ball and one had a foul. They called the foul on Linus.
Okay. Said Linus got an arm. I think he was triple teamed. Snedeker was in a lot of trouble, so the foul bout, it took care of him, bailed him out.
But the guy up top had a jump ball, and the guy down below had the foul. So
you officiate some. Would you say you can almost call a foul there or a jump ball every time?
Right. Exactly. I mean, nice job by one of the officials just saying, hey, you know what, he got him across the arm. And
Linus into the paint again. Great pass to Schrader, but
the charge.
Linus made the pass, but number 10 is Jamison Sprague. He was set up there, and Linus just went right into it after he made the pass.
Right. Yep.
You got to go either straight up there or just under more control.
Yeah, as a coach, man, you love when guys take charges.
Yep.
You know,
that's for sure.
Carson Scott getting ready to check into the game.
Another guy that brings a ton of energy and spark really off the bench. There's a pass by Seeger, and K-Dub saved it, and there's Snedeker again. Layup off. K-Dub with the rebound. And he tries to find Schrader. And there's a turnover. And basket good by number 4. That's Jordan Gates on the turnover.
That's his first 2 of the game.
Yeah. Coach Pierce is a little upset. Somebody's Linus for number 3 just off, but Schrader comes out the offensive board. But there's a foul on that rebound by Seeger. And that's Jordan Gates, number 4, is going to pick up the foul.
Yeah. Nice rebound by Schrader in traffic. I mean, he just kind of went up and got it. And, you know, nice job by him. So Alex Kellerman, number 30, and Carson Scott, number 5, will check in for Linus and Williamson.
Yeah.
I missed Seeger's check in, but he will check in for number 4, Jordan Gates.
Alex Kellerman, a sophomore, has been playing really well. Is a sharpshooter. I still remember the game last year at Western Boone I like to talk about. He had 8 3-pointers in that game against Western Boone, in the JV game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it fired Western Boone up so much, a couple of their players came at him pretty hard and basically shoved him into our own bench.
Really?
Yeah, it was heated. They were tired of him scoring, but that didn't slow him down at all.
No.
So Alex Kellerman can shoot, and he'll be in there to provide some offense.
Yep. I did not realize we were already at 17 fouls.
Yeah,
Wow.
And we will be there too. So layup, missed it. Jesse Hall with the rebound, gets it to Zaire, who will try to push it up the court. Seeger playing some pretty hard-nosed defense as well. Scores 20-21 right now. I know you can see that on your screen, but it's a tight game.
Is he going to call a reach on Snedeker? Yep, sure enough.
Is that his?
That's his first.
Okay.
Yeah. His first, team 7th.
So both teams in the bonus here with 7 fouls apiece.
Yep, Morgan will shoot.
Oh, Jesse Hall's limping a little bit. We'll follow that and see what's going on, see if he can walk that off. So Morgan at the line, who can shoot just a little long. Rebound to number 12, Cal Steven.
His first miss of the night from the line. They were 4 for 4 prior to that. There's a turnover.
Yeah, Snedeker fired that ball underneath, and nobody touched it.
Yep.
So out of bounds to Crawfordsville. Nate Mayer's going to check in for Jesse Hall.
Jesse Hall.
I thought he's got a little limp. Something's going on there with a knee or an ankle.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think Doug's here tonight, but the trainer from the middle school is up here tonight. So
take a look at Jesse and see what's going on there.
That's sad. I don't remember his name. I apologize.
So setting line up here for Crawfordsville, you got Alex Kellerman, Zaire Morgan, 2 sophomores. You got
Alex Kellerman, just as you mentioned.
He can shoot. There's no doubt about it. You got Nate Schrader, Carson Scott, and Zaire Morgan. Good steal. Oh, man. Zaire had a steal. Tried to get it underneath. Kind of that thing about got to be careful throwing it in under your opponent's bucket.
Yep.
Seeger came down with it and scored. Nice move. There's going to be a foul on it on the floor. I think Zaire got shoved, so I'll still put him at the line for the 1-and-1.
Fouls on 21.
Here's what I don't see. I don't see any let down out of Crawfordsville after a big game, a big hype game. We're playing hard, playing fast. And I think you mentioned that shooting percentage during the first quarter. It wasn't where we need it to be, but I feel like it's picked up.
I do too.
And from the line, certainly.
Yeah.
Morgan's good with another one.
And Zaire's first 2 of the game. Looks like they're working on Jesse's right ankle over there. Taping it up.
Okay. Garrett Drake just checked in for Seeger as a senior. And Zaire's second shot was off, but I think it's going to go out of bounds to
stay with the Athenians.
Nope.
It's going to go to blue.
Yeah.
Let's see who wins this one. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's the right call.
I do too.
Yeah, it looked like it was off.
Looked like it was off Schrader.
Yep.
I agree. Good job by the officials getting together and talking about it. I mean,
make the right call.
Right. When in doubt, ask your partner. It's always the right thing to do. Yeah. When coaches see you do that, they're like, okay, they got it right.
That's right.
So.
Yeah. And they want to know what each other saw. So
right. Exactly.
Beneficial.
Right.
To get together on that. They're looking for Snedeker, but we got Mayer on him now to play some defense. Tough pass inside. Got to shoot over Schrader, and good defense by Nate in position, straight up.
Yep.
Rebound to the Athenians. 2:45 to go here. 1-point lead for Crawfordsville.
Nice move by Morgan.
Really good.
Nice move.
Our guards can get into the lane.
They can.
Especially Zaire and Linus. Nice move by Snedeker into the paint. We're going to get somebody with a foul. I'm not sure who got him. So
30.
Calling on Kellerman.
Yep.
That puts Snedeker back at the line. 8 fouls apiece.
Yeah, for the game, he's 1 for 4.
Hey, we found an opportunity for him.
Oh, there we go. Just as I say that, he knocks it down.
I learned from Tony Thomas last year. You got to be careful when talking about anybody at the line. It always works against you.
Yeah, it's like a no-hitter. You just don't even mention it. You just let it go.
Yeah, so Snedeker only gets 1 of 2, and Mayer comes up with the rebound. Good job by the senior. Bring that ball down.
Mayer for 3.
Outside, knocks it down. I saw Coach Pierce last night. Mayer passed up a shot, and Coach said, I've got you in there to shoot. His feet were set there, and he shot that 3, and it's good.
Yeah, nice job knocking it down.
Obviously, Coach Pierce is trying to get some confidence into the senior and let him do what he can do.
Snedeker with the miss.
Yep, Mayer brings it down. Crawfordsville's up to a 5-point lead now. Good little run here for the Athenians.
And Crawfordsville, you think of offense for Crawfordsville, you think of Linus, Johnson, or Hall, and Williamson, and they don't have any of those guys out there. And they, here they are leading by 5, their biggest lead of the game.
Yeah, they've actually built the lead with this lineup in here.
Right.
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. Coach Slicker brings that up often. You want 3 guys who can score, and there's Kellerman for another 3, and just off.
Nice rebound by Morgan.
Great job by Morgan, holding his position, comes up with that rebound. Crawfordsville's going to take a timeout. Good timeout by Coach Pierce.
Good timeout.
Get something set up here. And he may have some guys. He's probably actually not going to make a change.
No.
Good momentum.
These guys are playing pretty well together. And kind of what we spoke about. You have your three main scorers are those 3 guys, and you have 5 guys on the floor, and you don't know who's going to shoot the ball. So and fortunately they're knocking down wide open looks. So this group has outscored them 6-3. You know, and and then build a 5-point lead.
Right,
so
in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Great job. Looks like Jesse Hall's back in the huddle now, so he's probably all taped up and got the ankle ready to go. We'll see if he can get back in there. My guess is Coach may rest him here for the rest of the half.
Right. You'd like to see us get a little run here if he's not going to hold it for one. You know, kind of get a little bit of a gap. You know, kind of start building some momentum for the second half. I'm not sure who the Athenians have next. Probably not until after the first of the year. I can look that up here.
Yeah.
Super quick.
I was thinking that somebody thought it was Park Heritage, maybe.
You know what? I think you're right. I think they moved that up to be over Christmas break.
Yeah, like January 4th or something. So, but I'm not positive about that.
You're just a wealth of knowledge. Exact date. Yeah. Okay. Park Heritage here, and they're playing really well. Yeah. They're 7-0 on the season.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They brought those athletes from Turkey Run and athletes from Rockville together.
Right.
It has. Yeah. They've had some success football and basketball for sure.
You know, and when schools, you know, kudos to the coaching staffs there, because usually when you take two schools that are rivals and you mix them together, a lot of your athletes don't come out and play, you know, or kind of rebel, and
so maybe it doesn't go well.
Right. So kudos to those guys that run Kellerman to the corner.
And in and out on the three. Rebound to Snedeker. Driving up the court, he finds number 32, Thomason.
Oh, boy.
But nothing there.
There's a nice steal.
Good steal by Mayer. He tries to, but...
Oh, boy, that's over and back.
Yep. He was not established. No. But Crawfordsville ends up with the ball.
Right.
30 seconds to go here.
Yeah. Coach Pierce already stuck one finger in the air. We're not going to shoot anything here anytime soon.
Get that down to 7 or 8 seconds. And, you know, I think it is interesting. A lot of people say, well, why don't you go into your motion earlier? Well, you don't want to you want the last shot.
Right.
You don't want to give Seeger a chance to even have a bucket. So if you go much earlier than that, you give them a really good chance to have the last shot attempt.
And unfortunately, the more passes you make, the more chances you have to turn it over.
That's absolutely right. Zaire Morgan.
Oh, wow.
He was downtown.
Yes, he was.
Big 3-point bucket by Zaire Morgan right at the buzzer. Pushes the Crawfordsville lead up to 8 points, 24-32 into the half. And we'll let you get some stats together and talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
What I think is happening tonight is Crawfordsville, the Athenian basketball, and this is what Coach Pierce has really built here. It might have started with Coach Blackwell, actually, several years ago, but then Coach Pierce has certainly built the program. And it's the young Athenian basketball team. They play in a county-wide league, and I think actually Fountain Central is involved in that now. And so this is Athenian, I think, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, as I recall. And here's what Coach Pierce has done. A lot of the high school basketball players coach in groups of 2 or 3. They coach these teams. There are a few adults, a few dads out there helping out too, but he puts his basketball players. And you think about that. How great is it when you have your basketball players coaching, having to teach what it is they've learned, and try to inspire the next generation of Athenians here.
Yeah, it's I have the pleasure of refereeing a game where Jesse Hall and Karsten Williamson were coaches, and you know, I coached Jesse when he was younger, and he comes over to me and goes, How did you do it? You know, I mean, you grab a play in the huddle and they don't run it. I said, dude, you know, it's just you adapt, you know, and so you're right. It is great for them to be able to see that and to think, man, now I know how Coach Pierce feels when we don't run our play right, you know. So it's great.
It really is. It is pretty cool for Coach Pierce. He obviously pours a ton of time into other people's kids, but his kids are playing in this. The boys are out there, and at least Cooper and Owen for sure.
Right.
I think Eli's still too young to be playing. I'm sure he's around it, but I don't think he's officially on the team. And so you have those guys. And we actually came and watched a couple of the Athenian teams. I saw Jesse Hall and K-Dub coaching today. And, and they went and watched. I actually watched Jeff Bannon's team, the 5th grade team, and Kenny Lee, their team, and they had a really great game. And beat an undefeated team from Southmont in a really great game. And so got some kids who can play there: Henry Bannon, Jacob Lee, Zane, and a couple other players that just are a lot of fun to watch. A lot of potential. And as a head basketball coach, I'm sure Coach Pierce is looking at that going, hey, this is awesome to be building this kind of program, start with guys that are young and aggressive and get to play organized basketball.
Right. And, you and I coached kids when they were younger. And you get kids playing together at younger ages. They learn each other's habits, and they learn each other. Hey, if I drive down the middle, Cam's going to be posted up on the other side. Will's going to be up top, and and Dunham's going to be he's going to be out on the wing. I can kick it out to him for a three. And that really, really helps. When they get up here and they kind of know where each other's going to be. It's fantastic. So, all right, little. Well, hold on. Let me do one more thing. 29. Okay. All right, I'll give you some stats here real quick, and then we'll kind of go over a busy day in Athenian athletics here real quick. All right. Seeger led 15-12 after one. Crawfordsville outscored the Patriots 20-9 in the second quarter.
Okay.
To take a 32-24 lead going into the half. Athenians are shooting 8 of 19 from the field for 42%. I didn't even figure 3.3, 7, 9. They're 3 for 9 from distance, so that's 33%.
Yep.
I have Seeger at 1 for 2 from distance, that's 50%. Seeger's shooting 5 of 11 for 45%. I have them for 5. I guarantee they have way more than 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers. Crawfordsville has 4. Crawfordsville's 5 for 7 from the line. Hall's 2 for 2. Linus a 1 for 1. Schrader 1 for 1, and Morgan's a 1 for 3. For Seeger, they're 2 for 7 from the line. So, in an 8-point game, here you are 2 for 7. There's 5 points there.
Right.
Linus leads the way for Crawfordsville with 10. Morgan has 7. Williamson 4. Mayer, Kellerman, and Schrader all with 3, and Jesse Hall with 2.
Okay.
So for Seeger, Snedeker has 11, almost all in the first quarter, I think.
Yeah.
All except for one.
He went to the line, right?
Yeah, he went to the line. In the second. Yep. McFatridge has 5. Stephen has 6. LaFoon has 2, and Pearson has 2.
Okay.
So, nice job by the Athenians. When they put Jesse on Owen on 33 Snedeker, that just really, really slowed down his offensive game. So he had 10 in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter.
Great defensive adjustment there by Coach Pierce.
Right.
And just kind of shut him down. It became much harder to shoot over that 6'7" frame than it was some of the other guys guarding him.
Right. Boy, I'm telling you what, these guys down here shooting, they have the privilege of a lot of basketball knowledge down here rebounding for them. Coach Morgan, Coach Bannon, Mr. Hensley, and Coach Kellerman down there. So,
a ton going on. Hey, we're going to recap a couple things, but I'm going to commend you on keeping those stats. That is not easy to do while you're also doing part of this color analysis here. So great job with the stats.
I'll be honest with you. People at home could probably hear me knocking off the rust a little bit. It took a little bit of time. I'm sure those aren't. If you read the paper on Monday, I'm sure those aren't exactly right, but they're pretty close for Brian and I. But hey, big day in county athletics for Crawfordsville. Wrestling team finished second in the county. Big win over North Montgomery, North had won it last 3 years, I think.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
Yeah, and Crawfordsville beat them 38-35. Caleb Brown, I think, had the pin to win it.
Yeah.
There at the end to pick up that victory.
In the last match.
Yeah.
He was able to.
To pin his guy and win it, and then Southmont beat them 50-18 or something like that.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, and then swimming. You have the results for swimming?
I do. The boys team, county champs. Again, I don't know the exact score, but it was something like around almost a 50-point victory, I heard. And,
wow.
And the Athenian swimmers and divers are deep. I know. Let me think here. Eli Reeves won the diving competition.
Right.
Trying to get all these names down. And then just almost, pretty dominant at every event for the boys. The girls actually ended up finishing second in the county. And I know that Southmont won that. Southmont has a really big girls team, a lot of depth. Mm-hmm. That makes a huge difference. Especially the way the county meet is scored. My oldest, was a swimmer, and so I remember several times we lost to North Montgomery by 1, where a couple times we won every event. So that seems like strange scoring, but they kind of reward depth, which is okay. You know that going in.
Yes. And you know what? It does make a huge difference. And Southmont does have quite a few more lady swimmers, not taking anything away from their performances. But, you know, that definitely makes a big difference. So
it really does. And so, and so they end up beating North by 1 point. Came down sort of like in wrestling, but came down to the last event to not finish third in the county, be able to hold on to that second spot and get some county chase points and do some things like that.
Right, yep. Coach Chris Irvin's doing good things for the wrestling program. A lot of younger guys, you know, a lot of new guys coming into first-year wrestling, at least at the high school level. And Coach Irvin and his group's doing a great job with those guys.
Well, he graduated a bunch last year with Stephen Latreille and Thomas Weir, and then, of course, his own son, Chad Irvin, graduated. And so that was a big senior class for the wrestling team. And so, he has a really young team, and they actually are doing really well. And they're fun to watch, and look forward to big things as the wrestling season continues. And I was a wrestler in high school. That gets grueling this time of the year, especially through the holidays when you're trying to cut weight and everybody else is eating. So, much respect for the wrestlers.
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
Coach Irvin does a great job with him. He was himself, he never talks about this, but I was at Wabash with him, and he was a great all-conference football player and I believe all-American wrestler.
Really?
And he was a heavyweight, so those guys never had to cut weight, but you had to. He knew what he was doing. There was a ton of experience, and so great job to both the wrestling team and swim teams today. And then, as we mentioned last night, the Lady Athenians lost a tough battle to North Montgomery, and they were just hanging around there and just can't quite get over the hump. But a lot of good things. We had Lauren Kellerman recognized at halftime of the boys' game for being the fifth 1,000-point score for Lady Athenians. And so great milestone for her, just a great job.
Exactly. Yeah, Lauren has put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into the Crawfordsville girls basketball program for 4 years. So good for her, for personal accomplishment to come out and get that 1,000th point. I told her dad, I said, even though she was close, she didn't say anything to me about it. So
We were at West Lafayette. And, it was exciting.
Corbin said even their pep block stood up and cheered for us. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty neat.
That's awesome. So,
all right, we'll set the starting lineups for the second half here. First for the Athenians, you have Karsten Williamson. Actually, Coach Pierce is doing what he normally does, going with the same starting lineup. So you got Karsten Williamson, Jesse Hall, and that's good to see because he had a little bit of an ankle tweak, I think, there. Ian Hensley, Zaire Morgan, and Nate Schrader.
Yep, Seeger comes out with their starters as well. Number 4, Gates, 12, Stephen, 21, McFatridge, 23, Pearson, and 33, Snedeker.
All right, this is Athenians built momentum there. We've got an 8-point lead going into halftime.
Yep,
big three by Zaire Morgan. And there's Jesse Hall and Snedeker still causing him all kinds of issues. Double teamed. Hensley does a good job of helping.
Oh, nice block.
Out.
Nice block.
Block out. Is that Karsten?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Williamson had the block, and Hall and Schrader were there for the rebound. Both of them were. So a lot of intensity.
Nice help on the backside by Hensley. Here's a three from
wide open three, and just off the front of the iron, but Morgan steals the ball back. It's going to be off Seeger with a kick.
Kick, yep.
Yep, actually didn't get out of bounds. It was just a kick. I thought it was going out of bounds.
Zaire Morgan always has a motor. I'm telling you what, that kid is always around the basketball, always has been. We used to scrimmage them when my kids were younger, man. He always created havoc. I'm telling you, he just does not stop. If you know his mom and dad, you know why. So,
that's for sure.
Yeah, Clyde and Jennifer are fantastic. So.
Yeah, great coaches and just great people. But Coach Morgan is the head track and field coach at Wabash College and does an amazing job there. The number of championships they win, it's incredible. There's Hensley for a three from outside. We know he can hit those. That was just off. Rebound to number 12, Cal Stevens for Seeger. And there's Snedeker driving in. Left hand.
Yep.
And layup is good. Kind of in a quick transition. Oop. Morgan just lost the handle on that ball. Ends up with Snedeker. He's going to take it all the way. Misses the layup. Rebound to Steven, who puts it up and in.
Steven, 2-point basket.
So it leads down to 4 now for Crawfordsville. A couple turnovers there. And See if Crawfordsville will get set, get that momentum swung back the other way.
Right.
And important to start off first few minutes of the second half.
Yeah, that's
a good start.
Yep. Nice shot by Strider.
Out to the elbow. And pops it. And good shooter's roll there.
Yeah, nice shot by Nate.
That pushes the lead back up to 6. Good defense by the Athenians. Nowhere to go for Seeger. And they're going to
just like they're going to try to work it down low and try to go on Hensley here. He's got 2. Maybe try to get him to pick up his 3rd.
Seeger being patient here, and Athenians in their man-to-man defense. And
nice hop over the top by Schrader.
Yeah. There's Snedeker, drives around.
It's 23. That's Pearson.
That's right. Yep. Good right hand. Williamson on the drive there, looking to hit Schrader at the free throw line. Shots off. Rebound is at Pearson again.
Yep.
Four-point lead, Seeger basketball. Looking to just continue to play this hard-nosed defense. There's a three-point attempt. It's good. He was pretty quiet in the first half, wasn't he?
Who was that?
That was Pearson again.
Yeah, Pearson.
Yeah. He said last 5 points.
He had 2 in the first half. So that not the start here that Coach Pierce was probably looking for.
There's a slow pass. And there's a foul on that. So you saw all the action on the camera, but just a little bit of a lazy pass there, I think. But Crawford was able to get the ball back. Ty Linus is going to check into the game. That's number 12, Stephen, who picks up the foul there for Seeger. Just one of those tough fouls, but certainly works for the Athenians. So K-Dub's going to take a break here. And Ty Linus is going to check into the game. It seems they're looking for a shot. Out there, nothing there, so Wisely kicks it out to Linus.
3 juniors and 2 sophomores for the Athenians.
Young. Yep. A lot of talent there in that sophomore class.
Nice take by Morgan. He got poked in the eye
on that drive, but his dad telling him no excuses. Got to hit those shots from line, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Do it with your eyes closed.
Exactly. Michael Jordan's done it a few times.
That's right.
Yes,
he has.
Michael Jordan's done it a few times. He's even smiled at the camera when he's done it. So Morgan steps to the line. He's 1 for 3 from the line tonight.
Sprague for Seeger is getting ready to check in. He is a junior. But Morgan shooting 2. In and out. Blame that eye. Morgan can shoot free throws. Sprague in, giving Pearson a blow there for Seeger. Carson Scott set to check in for Crawford. So probably going to get Morgan out so he can get that eye looked at. Oh, see, Jesse Hall's going to take a break. It's not Morgan.
Oh, wow.
So back to, got the quick.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man, that was
like
an offensive foul.
Yep.
And there's another offensive foul.
They got that one.
Yeah.
They got that
2 offensive fouls on that. One of them was called there. Schrader doing a great job getting set up.
Yep.
And he's having a really nice game.
He is.
Good shot. Playing great defense and hitting the boards. He's done that especially well the last couple of games.
Yeah.
I thought he had a great presence last night and just worked really, really hard out there. So we got Morgan and Linus, Schrader, Carson Scott is the senior on the floor right now for the Athenians, and then Ian Hensley, the sophomore in there. Morgan driving in the lane, shot gets blocked. Offensive foul. Yeah. So that was number 10. Sprague was set up underneath, and Morgan jumped in the lane, went into him. I would like to see, I'll say this, they're pretty deep in there to take those charges.
Yep.
You know, in the college game, you have that.
Yeah, that little.
What do they call that little
semicircle? Yeah.
And there's a steal by the Athenians, and pressure. Ian Hensley with an easy layup. Give a little pressure here. Athenians have a ton of quite a bit of quickness up front at least. And Linus and Scott and Zaire Morgan. There's another turnover. And there's also a foul. Carson Scott.
Nice pass by Linus.
Yep.
Nice pass by Linus.
I think they're going to call a foul probably on the floor there. We should get the ball.
Are they calling it?
They basically shoved Carson Scott out of the way as he was trying to play
see if they're going to count the basket.
Basket should
Basket's
be good.
Lead 21. That's McFatridge. That's his second. Third. All right.
Oh, they called it on 12.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yes. They called it on 12.
And then they gave Morgan the basket, right?
Yep, they gave Morgan the basket, so it leads back up to 6, and Athenian basketball underneath our own basket. Straight job there, picking up the defensive pressure. And Ty Linus drives into the lane again with another layup. I believe that's 4 layups for him.
Yeah.
Plus a 3.
Yeah.
And it's just a great job. Brings a ton of quickness out there.
Well, that's just what the doctor ordered. Here's a 3 in the corner.
3 in the corner, and it's
nice rebound by 12.
But turned over. Good job by Schrader getting his hands up. So turnover to the Athenians. Looking for Carson Scott. Going to feed Linus, who can go around his guy. Nice move.
Nope, missed that one.
Yep, tough shot. Oh, they're going to call foul.
Yep.
I think they're going to get Hensley. Oh, nope.
No, they're going to get Scott on the reach.
Okay.
Yep, Scott on the reach.
Yep.
He came in from behind and kind of grabbed an arm. He looked like he had the ball, but
he just plays with a ton of intensity.
He does.
He's that guy you would not want him guarding you.
No.
Because he's going to pressure you. So he's on.
Boy.
Yeah. A lot of intensity. Little no look. And
nice pass.
They were able to break it. Yeah.
Nice pass.
That's Steven with a nice pass, or with the layup, with a great feed there. And leads at 6, 41-35, 2:44 to go here in the third quarter.
Crawfordsville was on a 7-0 run until that basket.
Okay.
So yeah, they had a 2-point lead, went on a 7-0 run, and then that basket right there ended it. So
the defensive pressure picked up there. That was impressive. Created how many? At least 3 turnovers, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they have Seeger this quarter has I have them for 4.
Okay,
but they may have 5 or 6. So
I think Nate Mayer's going to check in for Carson Scott.
Yes,
give him a break.
Yep.
As the Athenians come out of the timeout.
You know that the young man doing the back handsprings right there.
Yeah,
I could do that in high school.
Seriously?
I've never said that. I mean, there's no way I could do that. I did it up on my head, so that's very impressive.
Yeah.
Very
impressive. All the way across the court there.
Yeah, exactly.
Young man from Seeger doing backflip after backflip.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they would have had to call Doug Horton on the first try. I would have landed straight on my head, and it would have been ugly.
Too much pain. Yes. I'm going to make an appeal on here, which I don't know that it'll do any good on here, but I love our pep band, and I love when they're at basketball games. Makes such a difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah, it's a bummer not to have them here last night for the North Montgomery game, big county conference matchup.
Oh, they weren't here last night either?
No, they weren't.
Wow.
So, and then, just adds so much. They do such a great job, and enjoy having them as part of the games. And that's what we remember growing up, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the pep band was always at our games. Always. That's why I told Corbin, about going up to West Lafayette. I said that place is fantastic. It's a great environment.
Yes.
And a lot of that is because of the band.
Absolutely.
And it's a little cracker box of a gym. And, just Athenians doing a great job being patient with the ball. Here's a 3 from Hensley from the corner. Rims out.
Yep. Found every part of that rim except didn't go through it. Good job by Hensley creating a turnover, though, on the pass. They can't pass over.
Nice pass.
For the layup. Great job.
Very unselfish pass there by Hensley.
Absolutely. 8-point lead. Back up to 8 points, and Coach Pierce backs the troops off a little bit.
Oh, boy.
Hensley was in the right place again.
He was.
Such a smart basketball player.
Yes, he is.
He knows what he's doing. And there's another turnover into the hands of Hensley. Gets up front to Linus, and Mayer's ahead of him, and Linus keeps it. Great layup there.
There's the 5th layup of the day for Ty Linus.
And we're doing that again without our big scorers on the bench right now.
Yeah, then,
Yep, they're just playing with a whole bunch of intensity here.
Yep.
So good to get guys experience. That pays off later in the year. And he's getting to play a lot of guys. Nice job by Schrader having his hands up that time. They tried to pass over him. Nothing there. Able to steal it. There's Hensley for three. Just a little long.
Nice rebound by Linus.
Oh, there's a foul on the floor.
Right, yeah.
He actually got the rebound and the putback, although they're going to say the basket's no good because the foul happened first.
Who'd they call that on? 4?
I believe number 4, yes.
Gates, that's his third.
They say
team's 5th. Well, this is the run you expected Crawfordsville to go on. They're on an 11-2 run, have a 10-point lead, and that's Coach Pierce has got to feel really good about this with Williamson and Hall on the bench.
Absolutely. There's number 3 checked in for Seeger. He's actually not on the varsity lineup, but there's
nice hustle by Morgan.
JV kid named Jared Gates. Maybe Jared Gates. Good job by Hensley in the paint. Basket is good. Really good job there. Lead's actually up to 12 points with 45 seconds to go here. Athenians have done a great job. There's a nice find, and could have been an offensive foul. They're going to call a block.
Yeah.
Landed on Schrader, but he's tough.
He is.
He's up. He'll walk that off.
His dad's probably played basketball against him a little harder than that.
I'm sure that's nothing. Well, Mekhi Wallace is going to check into the game. I think give Schrader maybe a breather here.
Yep.
Mekhi Wallace is fun to watch. He's gotten just maybe 30 seconds of varsity action this year, but if you watch him in the JV games, like every rebound ends up in his hands. It's pretty amazing. So first free throw's up and good for Stephen. And Mekhi Wallace is going to check in for Schrader. So it's another sophomore. So we have 3 sophomores out there, Hensley, Wallace, and Morgan.
Yep.
And a junior and a senior. And the junior being Linus, the senior being Mayer.
Second one's up good.
Yep, both good. So 21, McFatridge is going to check back into the game for Stephen.
It's the first blow Schrader's had the whole game. He played the entire first half, most of the third quarter. So
I'm not so sure he would have come out at all, except a little bit of a
nice pass.
Really great find there by Linus. Mekhi Wallace in the game about 10 seconds and popping in with a layup. Good job just finishing for the sophomore. Good help defense there. They are going to get him for a foul, I think. It kind of jumped at him. If he'd have stayed, stayed down, I think he would have been fine.
Yeah.
So first foul on Wallace. That's 4 team fouls on Crawfordsville. Snedeker's been quiet since the first quarter.
Yes, he has. He hasn't scored at all this quarter.
Yeah. So there's his first bucket. 14 seconds.
No, I take that back. He had the first 2 of this quarter.
Okay.
So. Knocks them both down.
Takes the lead down to 10 points for the Athenians with 10 seconds to go here. Linus brings the ball off the court. There's a short jumper. Good for Linus. Big night for the tie. And that is the end of the third quarter. Great shot by Linus. We'll let you accumulate some stats here for a second, but the score is 51-39, 12-point lead. Heading into the fourth quarter, Crawfordsville certainly has gelled, increased their lead from halftime at 8 points, in that third quarter up to 12 points. And guys just playing really, really hard right now.
Yeah, you know what? My team shots. There's no way I'm even close. I had Crawfordsville for 8 of 15 that quarter. They outscored Seeger 19-15, but from the 4:15 mark, they outscored Seeger 17-6.
Wow.
So most of that came in the last 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes of the quarter. So, wow. Yeah. So I mean, and Linus has been a big part of that. You know, he has 2, 4, 6. Let's see, 12, 15. I think he has 16, but he has a couple assists too. That pass to Wallace and hit. Hensley
right.
for a jumper. So, just playing really well.
Yeah, this group on the court right now for the fourth quarter. You got Ian Hensley, Makai Wallace, got Zaire Morgan, Ty Linus, and Nate Mayer out there. And again, the lead has increased significantly, playing really, really well against Seeger. Got one scoring update for you. Westerman and Fountain Central playing. We have a halftime update, which I'm sure it's past halftime now, but 38-11 was the score with Westerman in front. Got their first win of the season over Southmont last night. And there's a foul on number 3. That's a guy that's not on the roster.
Okay.
Well, he's on the JV roster. If it's Jared Gates,
it
might be.
All right, we're going to give him the foul. Here's a halftime score for you. North Montgomery leads Covington 27-25.
Wow.
At halftime.
And Covington's really, really good.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's not that North Montgomery can't battle him. It's just that is not a game. That would be a tough game.
Yes.
So, North Montgomery has the lead.
Especially bouncing back.
Yep. After
the tough loss here last night.
When they really played hard.
Yep.
I like Coach Arnold. He's doing looks like a lot of really good things up at North Montgomery.
He has them. I've heard many times he has them playing in-your-face defense, so that's good.
I think we saw it last night in that defensive battle.
Mm-hmm.
So Linus is at the line here, shooting 2, just off the front of the rim. Some tired legs, probably.
Southmont leads North Vermillion 34-17 at halftime.
Oh, wow. Doubled them up. Linus gets 1 of 2. 13-point lead for Crawfordsville here with 7:30 to go. Seeger's got to be thinking they're going to have to get some stops and score some buckets here with this kind of a lead, or they're just going to run out of time, obviously. Athenians playing good man-to-man defense, and Zaire Morgan gets the turnover. Tough pass. He's in the right place. He does a great job of guarding his man and then being able to turn around and steal the ball. We've seen him do that a couple times tonight.
Yep. And this is the first time I've seen the Athenians play this season, and just reading from Coach Pierce in the paper and kind of hearing some things, some parents talking a little bit. I think Coach Pierce has been looking for the right group that kind of gels a little bit and plays well together. And I think he may have found it out here tonight a little bit.
Sure looks like it. Yeah. Maybe.
So.
Done a really good job, and tough turnover there. Zaire go quick.
He walked. Yes, he did.
Yep. Travel.
Yep.
So turnover Seeger.
Yeah, and you know what? Having done officiating for 2 years, it's a lot easier to see that up here than it is down there on the floor. A lot of parents and folks yell at me, travel. I'm like, hey, look, there's 4 sets of legs between me and that guy, right. And I'm trying to figure out which ones are his. So it is a lot easier up here.
Better view. I'm hearing you say we need to officiate from the stands. I've been doing that for years.
Hey, you know what? give them whistles and let them go. So, I did that too for a long time. 3 for Linus.
He is at 16. He's at 19. He's at 20 now because he had a free throw.
Yep. Yeah,
great night for Ty. Really stepped up offensively. Good job by Ian Hensley there.
He walked. They're going to bail him out.
They are.
He traveled.
I think on Hensley, which he's played a long time, I think, with 2 fouls.
Yeah, he has. Yep, that's his. Yeah, that's his third, but he's played 8 minutes. With 2. So
good job by Hensley. He's in good position for a long time there.
And Ian, a lot of the things Ian does may not show up on the scoreboard, but he's always seems to be in the right place at the right time. With his hands up and just does a lot of the small things.
Absolutely. Things coaches love.
Mm-hmm. And you got to have guys like that.
So we talked a lot about last night was just the roles of these guys and figuring out what those are with really just 2 guys that had varsity experience in K-Dub and in Jesse Hall.
Right.
From last year. So a bunch of guys getting a bunch of varsity experience right now.
Right, exactly.
Good job moving the ball around. 5 out right now for the Athenians. They're going to change it up.
Nice job. 3 sophomores on the floor. Pull the ball out. Linus, that's good. Oh, boy, I thought that was good.
He was on line there, just left a little bit short. He's feeling it tonight.
Yes, he is. Oh, boy. He touched it.
Yeah.
Here's Snedeker.
Snedeker with the shot. Good shot fake, but they're going to call foul on the floor. I think they're going to get Hensley there. We talked about that. It went a long time. Now he's picked up 2 in the last minute.
Yep.
So Kellerman's
going to check in here. Yep.
Sophomore for sophomore.
Hensley, that is his fourth.
Yep, so number 30, Alex Combs going to check. Hensley gave just a really nice job. Good effort tonight. As you said, Scott has done a ton of good little things. Hey, nice little lob pass. And, it's just an experience thing knowing that, hey, that's what they're trying to get to. You've got to block that out. And Linus going to hustle the ball up. Good feed to Mackay.
Wow.
Who's there to finish.
Yeah.
Mackay Walls has 4 points now tonight. Great assist by Ty when he gets into the lane. Good things happen.
Yeah. It's just an all-around good game by Ty. Nice job, Mackay. Good hustle.
Saves it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Looked like a clean ball.
I thought Mayer had all ball right there, but
don't want to save it underneath their basket. I think they teach those guys to throw that as far as they can.
yeah, they called that on Kellerman.
Okay.
Because I thought Mayer had all ball. They
Yes.
must have got Kellerman with the body. But
Yep. Another one was officiating things. That's not what we're watching up here, so we don't see it, but basket is up and in, as you saw from Cal Steven.
Steven at the line for Seeger, shooting the second of his team's shot free throw.
Stevens turned in a nice game here.
Yeah, especially the second half. He's
He's at 14.
probably their leading scorer.
Yeah, he's at 14 now. Make that
Second was up
15.
and good, and they're going to put a little pressure on. Tough to keep up with Morgan, too. He's another guy with a lot of speed and can handle the ball well.
Yeah,
Doing a good job.
has a good handle.
Yep.
You don't want to see him pick it up there, Coach Pierce.
Timeout. Good
Timeout. Yeah, good timeout.
Yeah.
A full timeout.
He's going to set some things up here with 4:40 to go. And Athenians at a 12-point lead.
Yeah.
Having the basketball.
Well, both teams are in the bonus. You know, each team with 17 fouls. Coach with 3 young guys on the floor. He has 3 sophomores, a junior, and a senior. So I'm sure just kind of going over some. Hey, we have a lead. We have a 12-point lead. Let's take care of the basketball. They're going to foul you. Be strong. Don't make weak passes. Come catch the ball. A lot of the things that these guys know because they've all been playing basketball for a really long time.
Yeah.
And
But they haven't gotten to do it on a Friday. A bunch of these guys haven't gotten to do it on a Friday or Saturday night.
That's true.
It's a different world. And you're right, though. And what a great opportunity that pays off. Just increases the depth of your basketball team. And that's what we talked about early in the season. He's got a lot of guys down there that need minutes. I mean, we said that's going to be, in an interview, we talked about that's going to be the tough part. How do you find those minutes?
Right.
Sometimes you get a game like this where these guys bring intensity. And as you pointed out, Scott, the lead increased when, they brought some of these younger guys in. We're able to just get some things, get some energy and excitement and passion going. I think Jesse has dinged up his ankle a little bit so he can get a break.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you have a 12-point lead, 4:40 to go, and Hall has 2 points.
Yeah.
And Williamson has 3.
Right.
So that speaks volumes for the depth. Williamson has 4.
Okay.
That speaks volumes for the depth that Coach Pierce has. And,
Well, we talked about that last year's team. 6 guys went off for 20 points, and most of them did it a couple of times. So you had to guard everybody.
Right.
A little too much on that pass back to Morgan, and ball goes out of bounds.
Yep.
Out of the timeout, that didn't. Coach Pierce is giving that look out there. That's just part of the youth, right? The sophomores there learning what happens on a Friday night.
Right, exactly.
Or Saturday night.
You know what? It's amazing. The speed of the game is amazing from JV to varsity. No matter any level.
That's right.
Any level, or any sport, I should say.
Yep.
So
good defense there, and that's Steven underneath again. Layup is missed, and they're going to bail him out from foul.
Boy, that's 1-1. Foul's on Kellerman.
Kellerman, is that
it's his second.
Okay.
Oh, third.
So
okay.
That puts Steven at the line again. Schrader's going to come back into the lineup for
Mackay. Nope, for Mayer.
For Mayer. And Mayer's going to check out, and
Carson Scott's
going to check out for Kellerman.
Yeah. Pretty good crowd in here for Saturday night.
Yeah, it really is.
Not bad.
You always worry, and right before Christmas break, Christmas break technically started, so.
he just keeps knocking him down.
Knocking him down with
Yep.
clock stop. So leads at 11 right now. 46-57. 4:10 to go in the game. Got Schrader and Wallace, Zaire Morgan, Ty Linus, and Carson Scott on the floor for the Athenians.
Seeger's going to pick up a little full court pressure.
Yep. Carson Scott, ball's into him, gets it over to Zaire Morgan, who will get it across the 10-second line. They're going to try to trap him, but a lot of speed there.
Timeout wide.
Timeout wide.
Yep.
Yep.
30-second timeout. So he's going to bring Karsten and Jesse back in just because of the defensive pressure.
Yep.
Which is a smart thing to do. But as you mentioned, here's some younger guys getting some good opportunity in a varsity game. And you're right. It's only going to help when we get down to sectional time. I mean, our sectional is brutal, and and just it's really going to help. So.
Yes.
And a lot of these guys, we mentioned, Cam, starting with Cam's class, Cam and Will, and they played indie hoops for a long time. The juniors and the sophomores and even the freshmen, or the juniors and the sophomores and the seniors all played it too. And
right.
Just,
well, I feel like you coached that junior class, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Those indie hoops years, and that was a lot of fun. But they did learn how to play together. We had a lot of fun. And a lot of success.
And last year was great to see, because all four classes had really just really gelled and played really well. And
we got our first conference championship. End up sharing it with Tri-West. But,
right.
First one since 1987, I believe, in basketball. So.
And I tell you what, should have had a sectional championship.
Absolutely.
That was one of the best high school basketball games I've seen. I mean, that was fantastic. So, win or lose, I mean, you hated to see anybody lose that game, but it was great.
I still wake up in the middle of the night every once in a while thinking about that game.
Mm-hmm,
but it was intense and right here at home. And
a few things happened, different happened. It's a different scenario, but.
Good steal there by Snedeker. And there's Steven again with the drive, but can't hit the layup.
Nice job by Morgan holding his ground.
For sure. Breakaway here. Good feed from Jesse Hall. Over to Carson Scott. Back to Hall for the layup. Good job.
That is his first field goal of the night.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, he's just at the line.
Pretty sure.
That seems right.
He has two. He had two free throws early.
He sat quite a while there in the third, so
he's on the line.
On the line, gets his
nice. Morgan had the tie up. He had the tie up. Yeah, I did too.
Get him on the alternating possession.
Steven has single-handedly.
Yes.
I mean, he's single-handedly. Kept him in the game here.
He really has. It's a 10-point lead now for Seeger with Steven at the line shooting the and one. Long. Jesse Hall with the rebound. And he'll just bring the ball up the court. See what the Athenians can run here as they set up their offense with 2:28 to go. And
Athenians have their starters on the floor with the exception of Carson Scott.
Carson Scott's in there for Hensley.
Yep.
They're going to run enough clock here that Seeger's going to have to foul.
Boy, you got Jesse on a mismatch. Oh, they had him, and then they backed away.
And there's a foul, though.
Yep. They had him.
I think it was Steven that gave him a shove, but you're right.
Yep. That's where you want to see the guard kind of dribble over here to the wing, give him a nice entry, the pass, and, take advantage of that. Yep. So.
That's 4 fouls on Steven. So if they do start the kind of the foul fest going on here, he's not going to be one doing it. So Cole Watt's going to check in for the Athenians.
I have Steven for 19 for them.
Okay.
So.
Cole's going to go in, it looks like, for Jesse. Or is he shooting 2?
No, he's shooting 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
First one's up, and it's off.
No good.
Back to the rim there. So Cole Watt's going to check in for Jesse. There's a 3 over the rim. Probably not the shot coach wanted, but.
Nope. 10 points is 3 possessions, really. I mean, 4 possessions, so you got to get a quick shot up, but you don't have to shoot the first shot you had.
It didn't have to be a three.
No, exactly. Will Nate,
in any case, the Athenians will take that for sure, and there's a good
nice,
job.
Nice entry pass.
Nice finish.
Yep.
Had a really nice night.
Nice all the way around there.
Yeah, really great job. Puts that lead back at 12. There's another three. Ball is
wins out. Nice box out by Schrader.
Yeah. Good rebound. He's
of course
got a lot of rebounds on the foul.
Steven couldn't pick up his fifth there. He had to kind of let Nate get it. So that foul will be on number 4, Gates.
Fouled Zaire Morgan's going to go to the line. It's 9 team fouls for Seeger. Jesse Hall's going to take a break, and Cole Watt's going to check in for
Yep.
Not take a break. He's probably out of the game for.
Yeah, he's probably done for the night. Yeah.
So Morgan from the line there.
Boy, this two front ends of a 1-and-1. But that's all right. Hey, you have a 12-point lead. Minute 15 to go. Oh, there's a shot
right there.
Yeah.
Carson Scott again.
Mm-hmm.
Good job blocking out. Now looking for a foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a lot of things right.
He did.
Immediately went and blocked his guy out as Snedeker got around him, got the rebound, put it back up and in.
Yep. Well, yeah, I mean, he almost drew the charge and then, kind of got tossed a little bit, got back up and got back into the play, so
Snedeker at the line, been pretty quiet. Athenians have, let's just give kudos there to Crawfordsville for stepping up their defensive pressure on him after that first quarter.
Yeah, he's done not much at all.
Yeah. Starting lineup, nope, not quite. Now Carson Scott's out. Ian Hensley checks back in for Crawfordsville. Doing a little bit of offense, defense here. Coach Pierce talked about that in the paper, in the articles in the paper last night from the North Montgomery game. Whenever they have a dead ball and the opportunity, he can do some offense, defense.
Yeah. Yeah, he used to do that with somebody I know really well.
Yes,
so, yeah.
I remember Connor coming in there and shooting those threes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he used to offense for defense. And I finally just said, hey, look, dude, if you don't want to come out, you got to play defense a little better. So, but, Coach Pierce does a great job. I mean, year to year, he always has to adapt, and good coaches do that. He does that quite well. He adapts and gets the most out of his guys. I mean, he's got a very young group. He has 2 seniors. Is that right? 2?
Yep.
Yeah, 2 seniors and,
that's
couple juniors with some varsity experience. But other than that, I mean, So
I guess I think it's 4 seniors.
4 seniors,
because you got
Carson, Cole,
K-Dub, and then Nate Mayer, who's also a senior.
So looks like Seeger's doing a little offense for defense here too. Oh gosh, what's his name? Cal Steven is out here. So he doesn't pick up his fifth. Yeah.
But he's going to go back in when they get on offense.
Oh yeah, exactly. As soon as they go to the line.
K-Dub gets the ball into Morgan, and Seeger being aggressive. That ball's going to stay with Crawfordsville.
Right. Knocked
out of bounds. Off the hands number 3 that we believe is Jared Gates. Got a screen for Morgan to try to get him freed up here. He's working offensive. Yep. Good hustle by Seeger.
Yeah, good. You're doing a nice job of cutting the passing lanes down.
Yeah.
So Athenians need to get a little bit of a pick and roll here. Roll back to the basket.
Somebody, get him open.
Yep. Schrader needs to set a screen, then he needs to, see.
The long pass.
There, essentially.
Timeout.
Yeah.
Crawfordsville, I believe.
Yeah, I'd like to see Williamson run off that screen a little tighter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's
really peel him off.
Yeah, really peel him into Schrader and make him either work under and then if he works under, then you kind of pull it back a little bit, throw a little wide and get it in. Where if he works over, then you cut to the ball and go get it. So, but just like Hall's going to check back in. Yep.
Give us that height.
Right.
To get that ball in bounds.
Yep. Linus is going to check in for Schrader. 5 ball handlers in the game here for Coach Pierce.
Yep.
And probably 5 of his best free throw shooters too. So 10-point game, minute 4 to go.
Yeah.
It'd take a little minor miracle for Seeger to come back and win this, but You know,
could be done. You got to make your free throws.
Exactly.
We saw that.
Yep. Again, I like what Coach Pierce and the Athenians have done tonight. They've established this lead with a lot of their core guys offensive guys that you think of the offensive guys not being on the floor. So
guys got a lot of valuable minutes in December, and that pays off
in February and March.
Yeah, right.
So
resetting the lineup here for Crawfordsville. You got Morgan, Jesse Hall, Ian Hensley, Ty Linus, and Karsten Williamson.
Yep. For Seeger, you have Jared Gates, number 3, number 4, Jordan Gates, 33, Braxton Snedeker, 23, Colton Pearson, and number 10, Jamison Sprague, or number 11, I'm sorry, Elijah Green.
Yep, and the ball is up in the air, high, where only Jesse Hall could get it, and that's how we get it in bounds.
Yep, nice job.
There's a foul on K-Dub, and that's who we want at the line. And as you called it, here comes the Seeger offense.
Yep. That foul's on number 3. That's on Jared Gates. That's his second. Team's 10th. So two free throws here for Karsten. First one's up and good.
That's what a senior does in these moments.
Right.
Especially when I can shoot. Crawfordsville kind of doing the same thing. So Watt and Scott are back in for Crawfordsville, and so is Schrader. As we do a little offense for defense as well.
Yep.
So Scott, Schrader, and Watt back in for Crawfordsville. And Johnson, Linus, and Zaire Morgan out. K-Dub's good on the second one. And they're going to keep the ball in Snedeker. It actually is off his foot. Carson Scott does a great job.
That's over and back.
Yep.
They got it. But nice steal by Carson Scott.
Absolutely.
I mean, just that's what you want to see from your senior. 52 seconds to go in the game, up 12.
Yeah.
Still playing hard.
Diving on the floor.
Diving on the floor.
Yeah, actually made a great save, but was over and back. So.
If he could have established his feet on the front court, he'd have been okay. But
couldn't dive and get all that done.
Yep.
Number 4, Jordan.
Of course, it's easy for us to say this up here, but you'd never see him throw it towards his basket.
Exactly.
Yeah, but as a kid, you're diving on the floor, you're just trying to get the ball into somebody's hands. Nice defense by Schrader. Yep.
And they got to foul Williamson. Got to put him back on the line. Obviously, both teams in double bonus at this point.
Looks like Seeger's going to bring in all their guys.
Yep.
In
35 seconds to go. Alex Hernandez is going to come in for Crawfordsville as well. Seeger's going to change out all 5 guys. When we line up in. So.
We're just going to bring everybody in. What the heck? Yep. Hey, Seeger, I mean, if you're Coach John Collins for Seeger, I mean, you guys played pretty well, I think. And,
absolutely.
I think he's got to be pleasantly pleased with, because they're on the backside of a two-nighter as well.
Yeah.
So.
For sure.
Kellerman's checking in for Karsten Williamson.
Yep, got Alex Hernandez that just came in the game for Ian Hensley. So another sophomore out there.
Yep.
Nice entry pass. A good defense by the young Athenians on the court right now. And then you got Williamson and Watt and Scott out there as the seniors.
Right.
Leading Raiders a 3. It's good by number 11, Elijah Green, a junior. 10-point lead, 14 seconds to go. It was a foul. Yep. Late whistle, but right call.
Yep.
K-Dub's going back to the line for 2. 11 seconds to go here.
Unfortunately, I did not keep shooting stats for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we'll forgive you for that.
Okay, all right. My paper would have been on fire if I would have been trying to do that. So,
done a great job there with the stats, and I understand his Coach Pierce is going to come up for an interview.
Good.
After he takes kids to the locker room, and I'm sure they celebrate what certainly looks like a win at this point. 11-point lead with 11 seconds to go. K-Dub's first shot is good. Second one is up and also good. And he's going to be done for the night. Alex Kellerman checks in for him. So a trio of sophomores out there, and Carson Scott and Cole Watt, 2 senior leaders on the team. Or 2 of the senior leaders, I should say.
Yep.
There's a pass. Makai Wall steals it, holds on to it. That's the ball game. Scott, what a no letdown by the Athenians.
No. I mean, they just dominated the second half. I mean, from the end of the first quarter on. I mean, they just, and they did it without, as we mentioned, without the guys that you think would be on the floor to be able to do that. So, Tyler Annis, big night tonight. Played really well. We mentioned before Ian Hensley in a lot of right places. I thought Zion Morgan did a nice job of handling the basketball most of the night as well. So I'll get you some stats here real quick.
Yeah. So as we mentioned, Coach Pierce is going to come up for an interview after a big weekend, 2 victories for the Athenians. I believe that takes the record to 4-3, and they will be done for the 2019 part of this season.
Right.
And be coming back on January 4th here at home against Park Heritage Wolves for, I believe, a girl-boy doubleheader.
And Park Heritage has a freshman that is I'm not sure what his name is, but he's a very solid basketball player. Had the pleasure of watching him a couple times last year as an 8th grader referee, and he just does a fantastic job of taking care of the ball, distributes, plays the point guard position, and he's going to be a special player like Rockville has had in past. So.
We'll give you an update here on the Danville game while Coach is putting together some stats for us. But just in keeping it in Sagamore Conference action, looks like that the Danville-Plainfield game, so playing a big school there in Plainfield, came down to the last-second shot, and Danville could not get it done, so Plainfield wins that game 56-54. And what sounds like just a great battle between 2 really good teams this year. That's right. Coach Welver reminded me Danville is ranked 2nd in state.
Yeah.
So they get a loss there. I'm assuming Plainfield is a bigger playing in 4A, right? So, yeah, great effort. Great job by the Athenians. McCutcheon, another Sagamore Conference update. McCutcheon beat Lebanon 50-45.
Really?
Yeah, so.
Wow.
Really close game.
Huh.
I've been impressed with Lebanon. They control the tempo.
They do.
We went double overtime, lost over there earlier this year, about 3 weeks ago, and what was really just a great battle, and both teams had a chance to win. Another one of those you mentioned, you hate to see. I mean, obviously, I want the Athenians to win that one, but just a great battle by 2 teams, neither one of them willing to give in.
Right. And, Crawfordsville Lebanon has always been a big rivalry across the state. And, just the last couple of years, it seems like, man, it's just been nip and tuck,
yep.
and it's...
Well, the last 2 times we played there, it's gone overtime. So
right.
2 year Cam Harrison, Jack Summers' senior year, it went overtime. Luke Dunham was also in that class.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, just fun, Sagamore Conference is just fantastic basketball. And you can't take a night. You can't take a night off, because if you do, somebody's going to trip you up. All right, here's some real quick scoring for. We'll start first for Seeger. They were led by number 12, Cal Stevens. He finished the night with 20, had 14 in the second half.
I thought it was a bunch.
Yep, 33. Owen Snedeker finished with 17. He only had 6 in the second half. Number 23, Colton Pearson finished with 7. 21, Logan McFatridge with 5. Number 11, Elijah Green with 3, and number 4, Jordan Gates with 2. For the Athenians, they were led in scoring by number 3, Ty Linus. He finished the first half with 10, second half with 10. Zion Morgan finished with 11. Karsten Williamson with 9. Nate Schrader with 7. Nate Meyer with 5. Jesse Hall with 4. Ian Hensley with 4. Makai Wallace with 4. And Alex Kellerman with 3. So, a lot of names on there tonight. I thought Linus played really well, distributed the ball really well. He probably had, 3 or 4, maybe 5 assists, some big rebounds. Thought he played really well. And just a nice overall team
effort. Yeah,
team effort for Crawfordsville to pick up that win tonight. And I'm sure that's one thing Coach Pierce is going to talk about.
Yeah, a lot of guys in the scoring column, and a lot of guys with some good minutes there, and just good experience. So that was Athenians get it done, 12-point win here, 54-66 over Seeger, and really, if you think about the way they came back from big emotional win, you can come out flat. And again, we talked about that at the beginning of the game.
Right.
We said, let's wait and see.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
They didn't come out flat at all. Now, Seeger competed, and again, they're coming off a big game last night as well.
Yep.
But
yeah, they outscored the Athenians 11-4 in the last half of that first quarter.
Okay.
And kind of took a 15-12 lead there, and then Crawfordsville responded late in the second quarter. outscoring them 15-5, and opening up an 8-point lead at halftime.
Right.
So. Yeah, just a nice overall team win, which is kind of at this point in the game kind of where you want to be. You don't want to have to rely on a bunch of scores, a bunch of guys. 5 or 6 guys. It's nice if you can give guys minutes, kind of like you said. You come into this season with 2 guys with a lot of varsity minutes, and here you are competing and doing pretty well. North Montgomery leads Covington 41-36 after 3.
I'd say a little bit of a surprise there, and North Montgomery's playing well, playing hard.
Right.
So not taking anything away from them, but Covington is really a talented basketball team.
Right. Yeah. They lost to West Lafayette by a point in that JNC Classic. I mean, that's.
So yeah, a little bit of a surprise there. That's at the end of 3, right?
Yeah. At the end of 3. Yep. So I'm trying to get a score here from Southmont, but I haven't seen anything yet.
Where were they at?
They were at home against North Vermilion.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
They had a big lead. It was 34-17. I remember.
Yeah,
early, so.
North Vermilion's not as strong as they have been.
Yeah.
So
they're strong in football.
Yeah, very much. I went to that. I'm telling you, I went to that North Vermilion and Park Heritage sectional championship game. That was one of the best football games I've seen. High school football games that I've seen, and they got the ball back 84 yards away with a minute to go, and man, they hadn't passed the ball well all game, and just boom, 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 moved it right down the field. So that was a great football game. So
my wife and I were following along on Twitter, trying to keep up with everything that was happening. Saying we should have gone. Yeah,
I went with Kurt Meadows. Logan graduated 13, I think. Yeah, so he and I went over there to check it out. So. But yeah, I mean, getting back to tonight, this is a nice win going into nice 2-win weekend. This is your, I think, first double, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you pick your first double weekend. You pick up 2 wins. Yeah. Going into a nice game against Park Heritage, who was coached by Rich Shelsky, who a lot of people here might not recognize that name as the former Western Moon girls basketball coach.
Yep.
And
I think he's down there as athletic director.
He is, and his 6th grade son is a very good basketball player.
Right?
Yes, he is.
Well, and I believe he's from Rockville, if I remember right. Or
yes,
that area at least.
He is. Yeah, Shelsky. Yeah, they're 7-0, Coach. Did you know that? Yeah, they're playing really well.
Yep.
So,
we went down there last year and they beat us. And in a game we had a 12-point lead.
Yeah, that was another game where it just kind of slipped away at the end.
Yep.
And a couple things go differently, and that's a game you guys win.
Yep.
And that was at the old Turkey Run High School. I used to love to go to the Rock Dome, and just watch. I'd love to go down there. Yes, loved it. And not to take anything away from the Turkey Run gym, but
there's nothing like those.
No.
Gyms with a lot of character.
Exactly.
Great environment.
Kind of goes back to that West Lafayette gym. I forget what the name of it. Barbarian or whatever it is. And just an awesome atmosphere.
Yeah, I will say Seeger had we went over there for volleyball this year. They have their pep band comes to volleyball games.
Oh, really?
And they did an amazing job. Yeah,
nice.
It was a lot of fun. And
do they play at Williamsport Elementary as well?
They play at the elementary.
Do they? That's cool. I love that. I love that gym too.
Yes.
The WRC does have some very awesome. Covington's a great place to play.
Fans are right on top of you.
Yep. Covington's a great place to play too, and so. Crawfordsville's next. Let me pull up their schedule here while we're waiting on Coach Pierce.
Yep.
Let's see.
Park Heritage next game, but then the Classic's in there somewhere, right? The Sugar Creek Classic, which is always at Crawfordsville from now on.
Yes.
What they decided. And works out well for us.
Yeah, the attendance was so much better here than
it's a great gym for this.
Yeah. January 10th is the Classic.
Okay.
Southmont. We have Southmont in game 2, so North Webo in game 1, Southmont, Crawfordsville in game 2.
Okay.
And then Victory College Prep.
That's a new team that was added this year because of losing Turkey Round last year. We weren't able to get a game, and so they never got that one replaced.
Right.
And that replaces that game to fill up the schedule for Crawfordsville.
Yep. Then McCutcheon on the 21st, and then the Fountain Central Southmont weekend. At Fountain Central at Southmont on the 25th, and then they round out January at home against Frankfort. So, last year then we start off February hosting Northview. That would have been an awful trip last year, going to Frankfurt on Friday and then down to Brazil on Saturday.
It was.
Wow. Yeah. So, but you know what? I mean, the schedule's built to get you better at the end of the year.
That's right.
And it definitely helps. And you know what? We've competed the last couple of years and been right there for sectional championships. As you said, we got the conference championship last year. So close in the sectional championship, and looks like it's going to be fun again this year. Danville's definitely the team to beat in our sectional.
Sure.
So,
yeah, they're back in it this year after a year or two out.
Right. Yeah.
And playing well. They got a kid, Dylan Ware, scoring at a high rate.
Yes.
Obviously ranked number 2 in 3A.
Right.
Lost tonight, so I'm sure that may change the rankings a little bit, even though it was to a 4A school. But
right. Yeah, and Plainfield's not bad. I mean, they're decent. Yeah. So, well, Jesse just came out. I'm not sure.
Is he checking with the trainer or?
I don't know. He's getting pictures right there.
Oh, okay.
So,
picture time after a 2-win weekend.
Yep, exactly.
For the kids, and I'm sure Coach Pierce will talk to him about that. But give them a little time off probably here as they enter into Christmas week and have an opportunity to probably for guys like Jesse to heal up what may have been a tweaked ankle tonight.
Right.
Some other things are going on.
Yep. Kind of that. It's not really the halfway point in the season, but kind of physically, coaches can kind of give you some time off and heal some maybe minor bumps and bruises and stuff like that. So,
you pointed out, I think, a couple times about kind of the chemistry with the guys on the floor, and Coach Pierce has been. He's been kind of vocal about that in the paper, saying, "Hey, there's a lot of talent on this team. There's a lot of depth, really, not a ton of experience, and so they have an opportunity here to try to find the right combinations, find the right guys to get into it, and it's a great opportunity for different." Combinations to find different chemistry, to get some guys, again, some key experience. We talked about that, but even finding just the right combination of offense and defense and guys to play together.
Right.
And I think he's got to be encouraged about the lead that was built when it was not without the leading scorers.
Right,
so.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. You want to talk to him? You want me to talk to him? I don't care. Whatever. You want me to do it? I don't care. It's whatever you want to do.
Either way is good.
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Okay.
Or do you want me to do it?
We got it.
How about we both do it?
Try that.
He can talk loud enough.
That's for sure.
I'll turn it over to him.
All right. Coach David Pierce going to join us here with after a big weekend. He's going to pull his stats up after he got to encourage the guys. Coach Pierce, congratulations. Big weekend, big county conference win last night. And one of the things Scott Smith and I talked about at the start of the broadcast is you don't know how a team's going to come back from that because it was emotional, hard-fought defensive battle last night. Guys can see your comments in the paper about that game, just how much hard work it was, and then get a big emotional win here at home. And you got to come back the next night, I think the first double weekend of the year, and play a Seeger team who did play hard. We'll talk about the different phases of the game, especially at the end of the first quarter. But anyway, great job. Congratulations. 2 big wins. Moves the record into a winning record at 4-3, I believe, on the season. And you got a ton of guys into the game, into the scoring column, which maybe you'd say, well, yeah, we set them up, but they also got themselves there and just played really hard and some really great things out of some guys who haven't had a chance to maybe do that this year.
Yeah, we were really pleased. It was a weird game, weird phases, weird adversity. Different things happen, whether kid gets hurt, a couple turnovers, a couple weird passes that most guys usually don't make. So we subbed, and lucky for us, all the kids play hard defense. So we're never too worried about that. It's the offensive end that we worry about. And to your point, kids stepped up and hit shots they're supposed to take and hit them. Normally, the other night we shot so poorly. We were 18 of 58 or something close to that. Right. It was really bad. Tonight, 24-45. We took 18 threes. We're a 30% shooting team, and water finds its level. We were 6 of 18. But I was really pleased. A couple of things. I thought Ty Linus stepped up when we needed him.
Wow.
maybe, and at times even more, maybe too aggressive. I mean, we tried to pull him back a little bit, but he's streaky. If he gets hot, he's hot. And we tried to go to him, and then when he gets tired, his shot just falls short. But I was also pleased with our guys when we run and jumped. We were able to cause some havoc, cause some turnovers that then we had to adjust to, because then they made an adjustment, got a layup, and we got out of it. But overall, it was a good team win. We had guys contribute. I think everybody got in. But I thought Carson Scott did well again for us. We were really in trouble, obviously, at the beginning of the game when 33, went off. What a freshman! He's a stud.
It looked good.
And so we made a switch finally. We had Jesse on him because of his size, and it shut him down. And then we put Mayer on him when Jesse. We took Jesse out, and then Mayer guarded him, and I thought Mayer did a good job on him. And again, he's long and lanky too. Stayed in front of him, and then Nate was. I ran into him probably 6 times a day in the hallway just passing, whether it's shoot around practice or before the game. And I said, I got 3 words. And before I could even get out words, the very first time he's like, shoot the ball. I'm like, yep, that's it. And so he came out tonight, hit a big 3 that we needed, and that got him going. And then for the rest of the night, I thought he contributed really, really well for us. We've been needing that out of him. Even in practice, we're begging him to shoot the ball and be more aggressive. And I think he figured it out. Like, if I'm going to play, I gotta play. And so that was good to see. I thought K-Dub played well early and then had a little lapse there. We gave him a breather, and then he came back in there at the end. Obviously, we needed a veteran to come in and handle the ball. We were struggling to get the ball in against our press. Yep. And I thought K-Dub did a nice job. Came in, got fouled.
Hit free throws.
Yeah, that was big. I know he wants to go perfect from the line, but he was 5 of 6.
Okay.
That's better than what he's had. He's been playing mind games. We wouldn't have put him in there if we didn't think he could do it. And, I think he built some confidence tonight at the line.
Yep, and we saw you make that change and thought that's what you're doing. I think you were pleading with Mayer last night. I noticed one time he was set up for a shot, and he passed it up, and we saw you saying, hey, I want you to shoot. And I brought that up to Scott, and sure enough, then he shot tonight and drilled the 3, and you obviously have confidence in him and know he can do that, and you want him to do it, and you need him to do it, too.
Absolutely. So. We try to tell the kids, we won't put you in positions to fail because we want to win more than you do. And so if we put you out there in a position to do something, we fully expect and predict that you're going to do it. So, I thought he had a nice game.
Really did, and lots of guys, and you're certainly right about Ty Linus. It looked like, at least 3 times just drove past his guy and got easy layups and made some things happen early on in the game when he's kind of your 6-man, first guy off the bench, and did a great job there, I thought. And then lots of guys, Nate Schrader in defensive position, hitting the boards hard and doing really good things as well. But I can say that again. Mekhi Wallace getting in there near the end of the game. Those are valuable minutes for your guys, aren't they? Not even so much right now, but you just played your last game of 2019, and now you're going to go and really prepare for what's coming next. But you got some valuable playing time for the whole team. Yeah,
it's interesting. Probably non-athletes probably don't understand it. Like, just coming in and getting those 2 buckets for Mekhi, it's that nervousness. It goes away of playing with varsity guys. So, say Nate, Schrader, he got, tried to take a charge, guy falls on top of him and hurts his ankle. Well, Mekhi, you're the next guy. So, go get it done. And he did. He came in, made a couple of nice passes to him, scored twice, and then it just opened up. He just was playing basketball. Hopefully that continues over the break, as we go into Park Heritage and then obviously the Sugar Creek Classic. He's got confidence. I can play. I've already played. I've already scored. It's weird for young players. The first thing they want to do is they want to score. And the second thing they want to do is just play without being nervous. And hopefully, I thought we got some good minutes out of AK. AK came in and hit a big 3 when they went to zone. We put him in because, again, he's a good 3-point shooter, and he did a nice job of stepping up and doing that. And then also, let me check here real quick. Ian Hensley, I didn't talk much about him. He had 4 steals last night, and he had 3 steals tonight. He's the slowest kid on our team, and it had 7 steals in 2 days. It's because he's so darn smart.
He's smart. Gets in the passing lanes, anticipates.
I thought he did a great job for us this weekend. He wants to score so bad, and he missed, again, he was 0 for 3 from the 3-point line 2 nights in a row. He's a phenomenal 3-point shooter. He just had a bad weekend. It's going to fall because he's providing everything else for us. Rebounds, steals. He's making good passes when we need, that reversal, or we don't have to ever worry about when Ian's in. And that's why he plays so many minutes now. It's just because he's so productive.
Is it true that we can see a little bit of this is what we always call up here? Here comes Watt and Scott,
yep.
And here comes the run and jump, and here comes the defensive pressure, and it creates some havoc there. I think we had 3 straight Seeger. We caused 3 straight turnovers and got easy buckets out of that. And you push the lead. This is one of the things we talked about a little bit, which I know you part of that is just the nature of the game. And you said it was weird in some phases, but you had your big 3 scorers. And Coach Slicker talked last night about how important that is to have 3 guys that can score. And you do in Jesse Hall and K-Dub, and then, of course, in Linus really often. They were on the bench,
yep.
And the lead went up tonight, which is exciting. That's going to be fun
absolutely.
for Coach.
When those guys are playing hard, they're going to get, points in transition.
Yeah.
And every day we spend a lot of time trying to score in transition. It's one of their favorite drills we run, and is all about, you have numbers, you have advantage, you got to score. And any of our kids can do that. If the game slows down into a half-court setting, it changes who we can play. And so when we put, what'd you call it, the Scott and Watt show, it's so much fun because immediately the intensity levels are going to go way up quickly. And they're huge sparks for our team, and they know offensively that's not their game.
Yep.
It's not their strength, but gosh darn it, man, they play hard and they cause a lot of a good thing. And that was the other thing. We'll offense defense in the second quarter,
yep.
Or the third quarter, or the fourth.
That for
and
sure.
It's just because our strengths and weaknesses are that black and white.
Yep.
It's so obvious that we're going to play to our strengths. And at that point, we left them.
Yeah.
Because they were making a run. I want to say they knocked it to almost 15 if they were really close.
That's right.
And then we got stagnant a little bit.
Yep.
Seeger made some adjustments. They started scoring, and then obviously we had to make some adjustments and get some guys back in. And overall, I was really pleased. Zaire Morgan, real quick about him. His first 4 games in playing varsity basketball as a sophomore. Either had 1 turnover or 0 turnover in those 4 games, and then had an off night last night. He had 5 turnovers, just kind of wasn't there. And it was a big game. It's a big North rivalry game. We did not expect him to have a bad night, but he did. It's okay. Tonight, I thought he played well, even though he had 4 turnovers. He was able to handle the ball up top, and 2, we left him out there. He's going to have to build some confidence because he's going to be the point guard here in a couple of weeks against, 1, a undefeated Park Heritage team,
yep.
and 2, a Sugar Creek Classic here that we need him to play really well. And so, for him to play as well as he has, we're really, really pleased.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say you'll put up with some sophomore mistakes, perhaps.
Yep.
The guy getting his first varsity experience this year, and has earned that spot. He really has done a great job, and he brings such energy and intensity. And we got about 4 guys who are just like quicker. It seems like to us, as we're calling the game anyway, just quicker than almost everybody else on the court with the basketball or without it, moving.
Yep.
And Linus and Watt and Scott, and then of course Zaire, who can do it with the basketball really, really well. And you get some of the mistakes too. So
absolutely,
great job. A lot of fun to watch, and at least from our perspective, I'm not sure what it is from yours, but
right now we're really pleased. It was hard at the beginning of the season. One, I think players and our coaching staff had very, very high expectations going in. We had a very, very good summer. We had personnel change. One is the leader, the guys that led our team last year were the seniors, and then we had some good leadership over the summer, but for whatever reason that it didn't come over into the season. And then so when we had a little adversity and we didn't start out quite well as we wanted to with 2 sophomores, Ian and Zaire, they were just again sophomore mistakes.
Yep.
And then some of our veteran players didn't exactly hit their shots yet. We're not shooting the ball extremely well right now, and so there was somewhat of a deer in headlights look there the first 4 games, and it was hard to take because we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to perform. We were in every game except Westside,
right?
And so at this point at 4-3, we're pretty pleased. We just had to reset and figure out where we were. Like what's his face? Herm Edwards. We are who we are.
Right.
We are who we thought we are. Right now, if I were to say we expected us to be, out of 10, out of 20 or whatever, I I put us down somewhere around a 6 right now. Okay. We got to keep pushing to improve to where we were last year. But here's the funny thing. I was trying to tell our guys, last year's group, their junior year, they went through some growing pains.
For sure.
But you learn so much when you go through adversity and trials, and so they had that opportunity and they produced 18-7. This group hasn't had that chance to do that yet,
right.
and so we're going to take our lumps a little bit. And the good thing is they're keeping positive. They're great kids. Last night was obviously a lot of fun for them after the game. We've had really good attitudes, which is huge. Practice has been a lot better the last week and a half.
Good.
We're varsity versus JV versus the top 10 of 5-on-5, and they just beat the tar out of one another. We've made that adjustment to keep somewhat of a close-knit group,
sure.
and they're starting to grow together. Tonight, if you get a chance, watch our bench when things go good and when things go bad and timeouts happen. They celebrate, they push, they encourage. It's pretty cool to see, and so we're very fortunate.
Yeah, it was noticeable tonight. And even a guy come out maybe after a mistake or a tough play or a turnover or something, clapping on the bench, that was noticeable. Body language and I certainly know, having had a son play for you, that's the way you coach and that you're big on family and creating that environment here. And I just want to make a couple comments about some things that it's been improvement every time out, because I've been to every game, mostly away games. I think I missed one, but anyway, better every time out, which is reflection on coaching and then how hard the guys are working, coming together, learning each other. And then just the number of kids in the youth program and getting to see those guys line up out here tonight. Big, that's fun to get introduced at halftime of the varsity basketball game. And I came and watched some games today, and there's an impressive group of youngsters, some of them your sons, in that group. And so that's got to be exciting for you, too.
Yeah.
You've really built the program well. I know we've been part of that for a long time. And it's fun, and it reflects on the amount of time and the effort you're putting in, along with a lot of good people coming alongside you.
I was going to say, it definitely takes a village. You know that. You were a part of that for many years, and there's a lot of dads and uncles. And this year we were fortunate, and it was a little bit of a challenge this year. We didn't have as many coaches as we've had in the past, and so our players stepped up.
Yeah,
that was really cool, and then watch them give back and everything come full circle, telling a kid, don't get frustrated during the game, keep your head up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just told you that 6 hours ago. So it's really great. A lot of people, a lot of parents, a lot of teachers, administrators, a lot of people involved to make sure that the ship goes in the right direction. Right. And we're very, very fortunate. Our staff is phenomenal. Tony Bean's father, Jim Bean, has been struggling a little bit with some health issues, and he's good today, so that was exciting. But he still comes to practice, even though he's visiting with his dad all day at the hospital. Yeah. And Coach Fitch has got a pastor, which is a 24/7 job, and 3 girls at home that are young, and the sacrifice he gives. Devin Guard, who's getting ready to go to Spain, today was his last day, and going to Wabash. He's got phenomenal GPA, working his tail off, and he's at practice every day, and helping us out with film and strategy, and it's amazing. All the coaches that put time and effort in. Obviously, Dad. Yep. He and Mom are taking care of his grandmother, who's 104. On a daily basis. It's funny because we always tease him because he jets out of here as fast as possible because my mom's about to pull her hair out. She's a saint, taking care of Grandma. And obviously my wife, I'll leave her for last before we get off here, but she's a blessing to have. I've got 4 kids. She allows me to come and spend a lot of time with these people to hopefully impact their lives and have fun while we're doing it with the game of basketball. But we're all very fortunate. Yeah. We're blessed, and hopefully we'll get a good break here this week. Come back and practice for a week and play Park Heritage, who's a very, very good team.
Undefeated right now, so we're looking forward to that. And you're right, and the program, it's under your leadership, and you have a fantastic family, and your wife certainly is a saint putting up with you, but also then it's tough being a coach's wife. So great job leading us through that, and everything rises and falls on leadership, and so we're thankful for what you're doing here. I just want to end by mentioning, we didn't talk about this, but you got your 100th win. That was a few weeks ago now, so you've added to that already, but congratulations on that milestone.
I appreciate
That's a coaching milestone, and we didn't talk about that.
It was frustrating. We knew it was coming close. You don't actually look for it. but gosh darn it, it would have been pretty sweet if that had happened last year, that last game here on the court.
It would have been fun.
But no, it's exciting because and I talked to a lot of coaches. They emailed and sent messages, which was very kind. And you go to programs, coaches that are phenomenal coaches at small schools that don't have a lot of talent,
right?
And they're thrilled to death if they get 8 wins in a season. We've been very fortunate over the years to be able to add up to that point. I think it also says a testament to our administrators to have patience in certain years that, talent, or maybe we just didn't coach as well as we should have. And, they were patient and they believed in us, and we've been very blessed. And, we're very excited. Again, a lot of people are involved in that. It's a group effort. And I think it says more about our program than just me, because obviously I don't get to go and shoot and play and get after it. And that's our guys. And, that's a testament to all the people that are associated with the program.
Great. Well, great job. Congratulations. We look forward to, what's coming up here with Park Heritage on January 4th. But before then, have a great Christmas.
Yes,
Merry Christmas.
You
and
too.
A good New Year.
We appreciate all the things you guys do. Obviously, the kids, we've had past athletes talk about, still going back and watching films, of YouTube coverage. And we appreciate you guys, Duggar and Coach Welliver, Scott, and obviously Coach Slicker. And we appreciate it a lot.
Very good.
Thanks, you, sir.
Thanks for joining us tonight. And we're going to wrap up now for Rhett Welliver, Justin Duggar, Scott Smith, and Brian Saunders. We just want to say thanks for joining us. We look forward to January 4th. Next outing, boy-girl doubleheader against Park Heritage.